Oh, oh my goodness. Thank you, thank you, thank you, YouTube. Really, thank you. Do you know that feature that is called related channels on YouTube? Well, there's also one called featured channels. Basically, you can manipulate or customize this. You can add channels yourself. So when I was on my creator studio in YouTube one day, I was thinking to myself, oh, what channel could I possibly add that is in any way related to mine? And obviously the only one I thought of was Dennis Japrasov's, even though the channels aren't related in the content, obviously, because his are amazing skating videos and my videos just me fangirling over people like Dennis and Hot Ice and kind of informing and going on about the shows. But obviously the channel art for my channel is me and Dennis because he's my favourite skater and like will always be. I was thinking about this just the other minute actually. I was thinking, just suppose I go and see Mesmerise this year and I happen to think that Dennis isn't skating very well and like I really prefer some other skater. Would I be honest about it and say that in a video, or would I still stubbornly be like, no, he's my favourite and he's the best still? Well, no, because obviously honesty is going to intervene and I will always be honest. But favourites for me are a kind of funny thing. It's like if I see a show and I have a favourite and they stand out and I think they're amazing, then I'm just probably going to be focusing more on them anyway. And they're going to have to do a lot for that opinion to drop. So, whilst yes, I may say something like, oh, his performance wasn't quite what I'm used to, or it wasn't exactly what I was expecting from him, I would still be saying that he's my favourite because he is. So, I don't know. I don't even know what I can say about that. And on the subject of me having a favourite skater and it's Dennis Japrasov, well, I was thinking, why exactly is it and can I explain it? Because obviously, whilst it started off that I first saw the Hot Ice Obsession on the 16th of July with my friend and he stood out and I thought he was the best, but then obviously I since found out that he was Russian. Like, what exactly do I like about him? Is it just his skating? Obviously, it's just his skating. And then, yeah, the fact that he was Russian just like made an excuse for me to learn Russian. And yeah, okay, I'll talk about that in another video. I'm getting so off topic as usual. The main reason for this video is because, yes, YouTube has the related channels feature, but I never really considered putting another channel on. I mean, okay, I did think, yeah, maybe Dennis Japrasov. Maybe I'll ask him one time. Maybe I will if I feel like it. Maybe I'll ask him if he minds me adding his channel, because I was on the Creator Studio and you basically could just type a channel in and I think you could just do it without their permission. But I don't like to do things like that. So I thought, well, maybe one day I'll ask him if he minds me putting his channel as like a featured one on mine and if he minds them being linked or whatever. But I never did. I just didn't think it was important and I didn't want to bother him like that. So I just left it. But then I've gone on my YouTube channel, obviously, as I quite often do, just about a couple of hours ago. And I'm not kidding. I saw something on my homepage that said related channels underneath Dennis Japrasov. And I literally I had the tablet in my hand that I'm filming on now, and I literally dropped it. I am not kidding. It was in my hand and it just dropped. And I don't mean that in the melodramatic sort of way that I usually would, in that oh, I decided to drop it dramatically for effect because I like to make out my life is so much more dramatic than it is, which I do. I do like to do things for dramatic effect. You all know that. However, this was a natural, just reflex reaction of shock. You know, that very rarely happens. Usually I do things deliberately, but it was a subconscious kind of, oh my goodness. Like just seeing it there, it was like, yes, Dennis Chapraslov is in my related channels. And then I was getting all confused, thinking, well, how? Why? Because I never added it. I never did that. And then I can't really seem to fix it or move it or change it or edit it or anything like that. So then, of course, it prompted me to watch a lot of YouTube videos and research on Google about what related channels actually means and featured channels and the differences XYZ. Basically, what I found is it seems to be that your related channels comes up based on your subscribers. So if the two channels which are being related by YouTube, because YouTube does related channels, it's YouTube, that's why I'm saying thank you YouTube, because YouTube does the related channels. It's nothing that I've done, it's nothing that Dennis Chapraslov has done. It's based on subscribers. So if you have mutual subscribers, which is pretty obvious that people watching me are also going to be watching Dennis, probably watching Dennis before me, because it's related. I talk about Hot Ice a lot, I talk about Dennis a lot, so, and then I'm talking about the performances you can see on Dennis's channel, like the Hot Ice Dreams footage, like Blind, Under the Stars, Mercy Me, Worst Thing I Could Do, his Hot Ice Obsession compilation video. So that's just obvious that it would be linked like that. And I was thinking, oh, and then I was kind of worrying, oh, maybe he won't want it linked, and like, should I mention it to him? Should I ask him if I should take it down? But now I'm just thinking, well, if YouTube's done it, I think I'll just leave it, because the only way I could get his channel to not appear as a related channel on mine is if I disable the feature. If I disable that feature on my YouTube channel, that I don't want to have related channels come up on mine, but then I won't appear in other people's. I don't think Dennis Chapraslov's account has the same kind of one that I do. So I don't think I'm going to come up on his page, so that's nothing to worry about. So I just thought, I'm just not going to worry about it because it's something YouTube has done. But obviously I'm super, 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 super happy about this because I really wanted it kind of linked anyway. So that's just like very convenient. And then I think featured channels are the ones that you can add yourself. So, and then I'm not quite sure if it's just me. I mean, I did go onto the section on your YouTube channel that shares that you can view it as yourself, or you can view your YouTube channel as a returning subscriber or as a new person. And I went on it to view it as a new person, and it still had his channel coming up as a related channel, but apparently related channels can change, so it might go off soon. And yeah, it's just one of those things that YouTube does. So yeah, I'm not going to worry about it, but it's just great and convenient for me that it's happened, and I was like really, really pleasantly surprised. But I had planned to do another video right now, it being Saturday, the early hours of Saturday, 21st of April. But yeah, I had to talk about this because I'm just super happy that YouTube has done me this favour and related my channel to Dennis Chapraslov's. And apparently a lot of people complain about channels coming up in related that totally aren't, but I definitely feel that our two channels in a way are related. Even though my channel obviously has no brilliant skating videos and his channel has no commentary on Hot Ice videos, in that sense they're not related, but in the sense that I'm talking about what he does, and on his channel you can see what he does, then yeah, I think that way. And obviously I consider myself a big fan of the Dennis's skating. So yeah, hooray for that.